Sheldon Cooper may be a genius, but what about the kid who played him?
Ready for college, ready to change the world.
Here's everything we know about the young Sheldon cast's school days. Iain Armitage began acting when he was 7 years old, which means that, like so many other child stars, he was homeschooled, and Armitage was always open about sharing his academic life on social media. In September 2020, for example, he posted an image on Facebook captioned, "First day of 6th grade." Although Armitage hasn't updated his fans on his school life since then, he would have started the 11th grade in September 2025. Naturally, though, Armitage has other pursuits besides school. He took up Taekwondo at the age of 4, juggling his love of the sport even as he continued to act. He earned his black belt in 2022, and in a reflective post shared on Instagram, he revealed that the journey hadn't been a walk in the park. He wrote, "Earning a black belt has been the hardest thing I've ever done. The 2-day exam was so overwhelming I worried it might defeat me." On top of that, Armitage decided to spread his wings, literally, during his teenage years. Speaking to People magazine in 2024, he said, "I just got my pilot's license, or my student pilot's license. I hopefully will get my private pilot's license when I'm 17, and I've been having a bunch of fun flying while I'm here in LA." It's not clear whether he achieved that goal or not, but Armitage did celebrate his first solo flight in 2024. Jim Parsons narrated young Sheldon over the course of the show's run, finally making an on-screen cameo in the final episode. Parsons' passion for acting stems from his roots in Houston, where he joined the drama squad at Klein Oak High School.
A lot of people fall in love with it and demand to work in it one way or the other. That's kind of how I felt.
Even back then, Parsons' potential was clear. His drama teacher at the time told KHOU, "Jim had something that's just innate, that you have to be born with. It's just the it thing, and Jim had it." Parsons graduated high school in 1991 and went on to pursue an undergraduate degree in theater at the University of Houston. There he became a pioneer member of the theater troupe Infernal Bridegroom Productions. In a 2019 blog post written for the city of Houston, Parsons recalled, "To this day, I've probably done the majority of my acting in Houston."
Looking back, it does sound crazy, but it was heaven. Of course it was heaven.
Parsons received a master's degree in fine arts from the University of San Diego in 2001. In March 2015, his alma mater honored him with the Arthur E. Hughes Award for Outstanding Career Achievement. Long before Lance Barber portrayed George Cooper Sr. on young Sheldon, he made an appearance on The Big Bang Theory as Jimmy Speckerman, Leonard's high school bully.
I always thought we were just having some fun. Well, it wasn't fun for me.
You're being too kind, Leonard. You ruined him.
Although Lance's first character wasn't exactly likable, George Sr. had more charisma as a war veteran turned high school coach. And while George Sr. wasn't educated past high school, Barber himself has more qualifications under his belt. He graduated from Penfield High School in Battle Creek, Michigan in 1991. After that, Barber schooled at the nearby Kellogg Community College and obtained an associate's degree in theater. His education became the foundation he needed to get started on a promising acting career. He later told the Battle Creek Enquirer, "It was a rounded education at KCC, along with all of the other opportunities in the performing arts that Battle Creek had to offer. That certainly opened the doors for my career path. Had it not been for that experience, perhaps my path would have been different." Barber had set his sights on the Kellogg Community College theater program long before he became a student there, and he was lucky to be enrolled as the first beneficiary of the Alfred J. Brown Memorial Scholarship Fund. After he made a name for himself in Hollywood, Barber returned to his roots, speaking at the school's 2021 Performing Arts Gala. Zoe Perry had big shoes to fill when she was cast as Mary Cooper on young Sheldon, as her mother, Laurie Metcalf, had played an older version of the character on The Big Bang Theory. Before making it as an actor, Metcalf had majored in theater at Illinois State University, and to begin with, Perry followed in her mother's footsteps by majoring in theater at Boston University. Later, though, she transferred to Northwestern University to study radio, TV, and film. For Perry, choosing to attend Northwestern University was a way of returning to a familiar setting, as she had spent a good chunk of her life in Illinois. She was also eyeing an internship opportunity at the renowned Steppenwolf Theater, as she knew people who worked there. Even though Perry had prior acting experience at the time, she only began to perform at Northwestern University as a way of socializing with other students. Speaking to Broadway years later, she recalled, "I transferred and I didn't know anyone. I had no community. I thought I might as well audition, and I was lucky enough to be cast in something." Annie Potts portrayed Sheldon Cooper's grandmother on young Sheldon. A highly experienced and beloved actor in Hollywood, Potts first attended Franklin Simpson High School in Simpson County, Kentucky, graduating in 1970. In a September 2021 Instagram post, Potts looked back at her teenage years by sharing a few pictures from high school. She captioned the post, "From a little while ago." Potts found her calling when her parents took her to summer camp, which had a drama program. She went on to attend Stevens College in Missouri, where she majored in theater and attained a degree in fine arts. Today, Potts maintains that her alma mater had the best to offer acting students due to its thorough and rigorous arts program.
It was pretty much a conservatory when I was there. It was all very practical.
Potts added that she did well in college because she was actually interested in acting, as opposed to her earlier years in school when she'd spent most of her time drawing. Montana Jordan played the role of Sheldon Cooper's older brother, George Cooper Jr., on Young Sheldon. The first season of the show introduced Georgie as Sheldon's classmate at Medford High School, although he eventually drops out of school to focus on a career as a salesman. In real life, Jordan's story might well be a mirror of his characters, as there's no known online record of his high school graduation. Jordan attended Ore City Elementary School and Ore City Middle School in Ore City, Texas. Interestingly, both schools were beneficiaries of a STEM education funding program by the Chuck Lorre Family Foundation. Jordan also reportedly attended Ore City High School, where he was part of the school's football team. He was said to be in his senior year of high school when he met his wife, Jenna Weeks, in 2021, which means he ought to have graduated by 2022 at the latest. But did he? Well, back in April 2021, Jordan shared a series of playful clips of himself in a graduation gown at an event organized by the Young Sheldon crew. He captioned the post, "I want to thank everyone at Young Sheldon for putting this together for me. I appreciate everything y'all do for me." Nevertheless, it's unclear whether those celebrations were a tribute to Jordan's actual graduation. Missy Cooper is Sheldon Cooper's fraternal sibling. First introduced to the audience as an elementary school student, she goes on quite the journey over the course of the show. And although she fared a lot better than Missy at high school, something similar could be said of Raegan Revord. When Revord graduated high school in 2024, she took to Instagram to share the good news, writing, "Celebrating because I graduated high school and picked a cover for my book." Indeed, Revord is an author as well as a high school graduate. Her first book, Rules for Fake Girlfriends, was published in September 2025. During an appearance at a FanX comic convention, a fan asked Revord whether she would attend college or try to land more acting gigs. As it turned out, she was doing both, as she'd recently enrolled at UCLA.
I'm taking extension classes there part-time, and I actually get to miss some of my classes because I'm here. Don't tell my professors I said that.
Emily Osment played Georgie's love interest, Mandy McAllister, on Young Sheldon. While Mandy went to college at Texas A&M, her academic life was quite different from Osment's. Osment first attended Flint Ridge Preparatory School in La Cañada, Flint Ridge, California. She later joined Laurel Springs School during her freshman year of high school. At the time, she was appearing on the hit Disney show Hannah Montana. Luckily, Laurel Springs was accommodating of her acting career, allowing her to follow a flexible work schedule. As she later told Teen Vogue, "My high school years were parallel to the show. I went to a real high school. We would shoot for 3 weeks, then I would go back to school and try to catch up. It was the busiest I've ever been in my life." Osment then enrolled at Occidental College in Los Angeles, and around this time, she took a year-long break to travel. In a May 2020 Instagram post, she looked back on this period, writing, "Berlin 2011, after I deferred college for a year to read books and ride trains and wear combat boots and scarves across the globe." As it turned out, though, attending a regular institution felt awkward for Osment, who felt she would often attract stares from her fellow students due to her status as a star. She called it quits at Occidental College after 2 years. On Young Sheldon, Ed Begley Jr. portrayed Dr. Grant Linkletter, a physics professor at East Texas Tech who also acts as a friend and advisor to Sheldon Cooper. While Linkletter is an expert in string theory on the show, Begley Jr. himself wasn't educated past college. He first attended Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks, California, and later enrolled at Los Angeles Valley College, graduating in 1970. Begley Jr. was still open to the idea of becoming an actor even when he was in school. Although he had assumed that he could leverage his dad's star power to get a foot in the door in Hollywood, he quickly decided that it was better to try and make it on his own. So Begley Jr. strived hard to land roles at his college's theater. Ironically, despite his interest in the craft, he was actually studying cinematography at the time, with a specialty in camera work. Begley Jr.'s pursuit of acting led him to cross paths with future entertainment legends, including Seinfeld actor Michael Richards, who was an actor at Valley College at the time. As Begley Jr. told Wisconsin Public Radio, I was working at a whole other lower level of acting than he was. One night he was fooling around in front of a bunch of people and he summoned me up with him before the group. And I started to work with him in an ad-lib sense, but I didn't have my head on straight. I couldn't keep up with Michael. Amy Fowler is just as educated as her love interest, Sheldon Cooper, on both Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory, holding a PhD in neurobiology from Harvard University. And Mayim Bialik is just as smart as the character she played. Bialik attended North Hollywood High School in Los Angeles, California, from which she graduated in 1993. She then earned her bachelor's degree in neuroscience from UCLA in 2000. 7 years later, she obtained a PhD from the same institution. Her academic qualifications have come in handy since then too, as she uses her academic expertise to address the topic of mental health on her podcast, Mayim Bialik's Breakdown. Similarly, her knowledge was integral in landing her the part of Amy on The Big Bang Theory.
And Bill Prady, our creator, executive producer at the audition, said, "Is this for real?" I said, "Yeah, it kind of is. I have a PhD."